In our lab activity number 4, we are attempting to create a C++ program that will allow a user to find the hypotenuse of a right triangle. Using the Pythagorean theorem, a program that asks the user to enter two numbers and solve for the four mathematical operations and convert temperatures and degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. We start our first program with include IOStream, which contains all of the function of the program that we use, such as the cout and sin, and we also start the other two with this, except in this program where we use math.h, since we are working with the mathematical formula. Following that, we enter namespace std, a declarative section that gives us a scope for identifiers we use. Just as we did in the other two programs, all the programs we create, we use int main, since we are expecting the main function can return integers type data. Following that, we apply our output representation. We apply our output represented with cout and our input indicate by the sin. After running the program, we ask to enter the base adjacent value, which we type 12, and opposite perpendicular value, which we type 10. After processing, the result shows that the hypotenuse is equal to 15. In our second program, just like what I mentioned before, we still used iOS stream using namespace std, int main, and the output representation cout, as well as for input sin. We also used the letter I and J notation to represent the two numbers that, that are being asked. After running the program, we choose 16 and 4 as our first and second number to use. Then we provide with 20, 64 for after adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing the two numbers respectively. In our last program, we are asked to convert temperature in degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. And as I previously stated, we continued to use IOStream using namespace std, int main, and the output representation cout, as well as the input representation sin. Only in this program, we use the float shortened term for floating point, a fundamental data type built into the compiler that's used to define numeric values with floating decimal points. We also use backslash in this program for our statement. And after running the program, we are asked to enter a value for the temperature in Fahrenheit degrees, where we enter 70 after processing the program and using the conversion formula F minus 32 times 5 over 9, we get 21.111 centigrade. And for our conclusion, we learned that C++ almost runs the everything from job, data structure, operating system, enhancement of browsers, servers, application, and creating a game. For example, when you're working in biology or biochemistry, most of their software is written in C++. Or do you require a complicated solution for combining many data kinds into a single compound type? This is possible in C++ because of multiple inheritance. You may then encapsulate that functionality in Python object, such as PyObject, and Python will be able to use your complicated framework without any problem. C++, C++ is also capable of doing simple mathematics, such as Fibonacci series, factorial, Armstrong number, palindrome number, conversation, finding the hypotenuse, and more. And that's all. Thank you.